Podcasting to the world. It's the CK Mornings In Case You Missed It podcast with Chris, Alana, and Matt. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. From our mouths to your ears, here's what you missed.
Want to start with soda pop today. I've been in the U.S., so I've been calling it soda pop the last 4 days.
Get some pop.
Some pop. What's the number one pop in the world right now? Specifically America. We're going to talk about America, okay? But this can kind of go all over the place. Number one pop in the U.S. right now is...
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola is number one. You will never guess what number two is. Your immediate thought would probably be... Pepsi.
Yeah.
It's not Pepsi. Pepsi no longer number two. There is a new number two, and it's a clear runaway number two over Pepsi.
Really?
Yeah.
Sprite.
It's not Sprite.
Fanta or something?
Not Fanta. Nope, it's one you know. It's one, a classic one.
Fago?
Nope. Not Fago. And it's been around longer than Coke and Pepsi.
Mountain Dew?
No, you're
He's trying so hard.
you're missing
Dr. Pepper.
one. Dr. Pepper is the new number
really?
two. It has swooped in and taken over the title of America's number two soft drink. And the two reasons, the steady decline of Pepsi over the last 20 years and the increased popularity of Dr. Pepper, thanks to TikTok and the Gen Z generation. Back in 2004, Dr. Pepper was tied with Sprite in sixth place. In fact, in terms of market share, Sprite is also up to surpass Pepsi in the next few years. That's pretty wild. Pepsi said it dropped.
I don't even know the last time I had a Dr. Pepper.
No?
No. It's not something I reach for.
I love it, but I don't have it nearly enough. Pepsi's my go-to. I'm kind of crushed that Pepsi's.
Pepsi is, eh?
Pepsi's my go-to.
I do Coca-Cola, and then Sprite is I love Sprite.
Sprite's down there a little bit. Dr. Pepper has also released a ton of new flavors. They got a lot of different, like
strawberry cream and stuff like that.
It's all over the place.
Really?
And that's got the younger generation kind of digging it. And then somebody does a review on TikTok, and they fall in love with it. And then, it's climbed up. It's pretty wild. Dr. Pepper of all pops.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that. Well, clearly.
Well, they
Yeah.
I thought it was Fago.
You went to Fago before you went to Dr. Pepper.
I thought maybe some kind of like TikTok thing or something. Fago seems like it would be a target for that.
I gotcha. Dr. Pepper is one of the oldest soda brands, older than both Coke and Pepsi, invented in 1885 by Charles Alderton, a pharmacist and soda fountain operator. His syrup concoction combined 23 flavors, including cherry and vanilla, along with fruits and spices. And that's how he came up with Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, it's a very unique taste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
surprised-
delicious. I love it.
I'm
Love it.
surprised root beer. I should have guessed that.
Well, I guess you'd have to go like a specific brand, right? Like you have to...
Barks.
Arcs is good, yeah. But you're Coke? You're a Coke, Matt?
Yeah, that's how I was raised.
Yeah, Coca-Cola and
Really?
And ginger ale, like Canada Dry.
I'm a Diet Pepsi guy. I love Diet
Do
Pepsi.
you?
Yeah.
I like some of the flavors. They used to have Pepsi Twist. It was so good.
What was that? Is that
Pepsi
lime?
with a little lemon and lime.
Yeah, I remember that. What about like I can go cherry Coke.
Oh,
Love me a
cherry Coke and vanilla Coke.
Oh, vanilla Coke was like so good.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
You know what it kind of tasted like? Dr. Pepper.
That's true.
Maybe that's where it all comes back to. Who would have ever thought Dr. Pepper would be number two?
Man, we got 'em down in Florida.
Guys, have I been in the lab crafting a Florida or bust today?
Ooh, what are you cooking up?
That is a good one, okay? A real good one. Florida or Bust is where we take real headlines from real stories from around the world, and you have to tell us, did these headlines happen in Florida or somewhere else? Okay, Florida or Bust. Alana, you start today. A dad called the cops because his son had too much homework. Dad called the cops because his son had too much homework. Florida or Bust on this one?
Bust.
You are correct. Ding, ding. Happened in Ohio. 37-year-old dad facing harassment charges after he kept calling his son's elementary school to complain about them giving his kid too much homework. When they stopped picking up, he called the cops 18 times.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Guarantee it was math homework.
Well, that would drive me mad. And that's the one thing I'm happy that my kids are almost out of high school. I don't have to deal with math again. You're doing this way, the way you're doing it now, I can't understand it. All right, Florida or Bust. Matt, woman got caught having intimate relations on a public pier, then jumps into the water to escape the cops. Okay? Woman got caught having intimate relations on a public pier, then jumps into the water to escape the police. Florida or bust?
I'll say Florida.
You would be absolutely correct today. Yes, a woman in Florida was caught having relations on a public pier. She then dove into the water in an attempt to get away from the cops on Monday last week. The woman and her man, who did not jump in the water, were charged with disturbing the peace.
I was wondering about the other person involved in that.
I didn't even think about that, actually.
He probably, though, where are you going?
Yeah.
She probably locked eyes in the police and just ditched. Like,
Oh, yeah, jumped right in.
what's going on? Atlanta, a man stole a beer truck so he could sell the beer to pay for his drugs. A man sold a beer truck so he could sell the beer to pay for his drugs. Florida bus.
Florida.
No, it's not. This is Indiana. A 39-year-old man named Bo was sitting in his car last Thursday when he saw a delivery truck full of beer and liquor pull up outside an establishment. He thought to himself, if I steal that truck along with a skid steer loader, I could then sell the beer and get more drugs.
Right.
Really putting his thinking cap on.
Brilliant. Unfortunately, he'd have to hide the truck, which he never thought about, because he drove it just into a field, which a beer truck in the middle of a field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of all things.
They found Bo in a nearby bush,
Classic Bo.
and not Bush beer, I'll tell you that. And they also got the skid steer back, too, which was like the most expensive thing in the whole thing. They got caught. Pretty easy. All right, Florida bus, Matt. A man told police he was Mr. Monopoly, and he was taken directly to jail. A man told police he was Mr. Monopoly, and he was taken directly to jail. Florida bus.
Did not pass go.
Did not pass go.
Did not collect $200. I will say bust.
You're wrong. That was Florida.
Oh,
I
Mr.
gave Matt
Monopoly.
all of Florida
Florida.
today. Yeah.
Oh, man.
33-year-old man of Florida was caught spray painting a concrete wall on the weekend. When cops confronted him, he wouldn't tell them his name. They detained him, and they asked him again. Finally, he said, "My name is Mr. Monopoly." He wasn't wearing a monocle, didn't have a mustache. Nothing that would make you think he was Mr. Monopoly.
No.
And yes, he went right to jail. Did not pass go. I got to tell you about my night in Saginaw, guys. You ever been to
Yes.
Saginaw, Michigan?
I don't think I have, no.
Maddie, you ever been to
I
Saginaw?
have never been to Saginaw.
Just outside of Frankenmuth. Yeah, I had been to Frankenmuth when I was a kid, but I don't remember that. So my cousin Mike got tickets to the Memorial Cup final, London versus Saginaw, Sunday night. And I was like, yeah, I'll go to that. Been to a couple Memorial Cups, but I thought, oh, this will be fun. I want to go see Saginaw, and how about that? So we buzz up there on Sunday morning, and we check into the hotel. We go to the game. They got like a whole little hockey fest going on, and then there's just hockey dudes wandering around. Like, it's kind of neat. Chris Osgood, former goalie of the Detroit Red Wings.
Oh, yeah.
He's part owner of the Saginaw Spirit.
Okay.
But I stopped and talked, and I'm not dropping names, but the president of the Saginaw Spirit, I have interviewed him before on the Spitfire broadcast. And I walked by him, and I said, "Hi, Craig, it's Chris." And we got talking for a brief second. He goes, "I got to take this call from Chris." And I said, "Chris, oh, you guys, okay." So then he said, "Oh, yep, come on over here and meet me here." 2 minutes later, Chris Osgood's standing next to me.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, that's Chris.
pretty cool.
That's the Chris that called. So he was doing an autograph signing. It was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Just kind of like guys walking around. Like the Saginaw head coach was just wandering around the crowd about 2 hours for the game. And I'm like, just soaking it in. And all junior hockey fans of like every team. I had a Spitfire little emblem on my shirt, and I had people stop by recognizing the Spitfires. I had Sarnia Sting fans. Like, just all teams were represented.
Yeah, I
It was
bet.
actually funny. I was standing there, and this gentleman walks by me, and he said, "Spitfires, we don't get along," and he kind of laughed. And I said, "Ha ha, from Sarnia, eh?" I said, "Are you from the area?" And he goes, "Well, not originally from Sarnia, but I live there now. I'm originally from a little town called Merlin." I'm like, "What?"
Wow.
Yeah.
He probably thought you had not heard of it.
I was like, "I know it well." He was a Leahy. So he's from, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, we know you well." Like, we got all talking. Ran into Dave Gagne, former NHLer, Chatham boy. Just walking by, and I said, "Hi, Dave." From Chatham. He's like, "Me too." It was like, cool. But the thing I got to ask you, so it was cool. Got to see Saginaw beat London, which is amazing because nobody likes London. So that's that. I got to ask you guys, is this weird? Okay. So prior to getting to the game and everything, we checked into the hotel. We took an Uber from the hotel to the arena. The
Okay.
Uber shows up. Okay. Within minutes. Great service. Boom. Shows up. And this is what I see in the back seat. If you check the group chat right now, the text. I sent it by text. So I said, I get this. That's what I see as I climb into the car in the back seat. Do you get it there?
Still waiting.
No. It's the driver's daughter in a car seat.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
In the back seat.
I like
No,
your
and-
sneaky picture that you took.
Yeah. And you had to share the back seat?
Well, my cousin said, I'm taking front.
Oh, he called it right
Yeah.
away. Smart guy.
And then I looked, I'm like, what? Who shows up in an Uber with their daughter in the
Yeah.
back seat of the car?
That's awkward for everyone.
She's just she's a toddler.
Yeah. She looks happy. She's
Yeah, she looks like she's just loving life.
looking out
Yeah.
the window like, yeah, we're friends.
Yeah, she was so happy, and I'm thinking, like, the dad didn't even turn around and say, hey, I got my daughter like, sorry, nothing. Didn't even acknowledge that there was a child in the back seat.
There's got to be something.
Well, then I thought maybe the previous ride left their daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is that maybe a chance? No, it was just this 2-year-old girl sitting in the back seat. We were watching YouTube videos. That's what we did.
Oh,
On
okay.
the 5-minute drive to the arena. That's weird, right?
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I mean, part of me is like, he's doing what he needs to do
He's
to make
hustling,
extra
yeah.
money and scheduling. Maybe there's nowhere else for his daughter to be. But yeah, it's a little bit like forgetting that Uber. I'd be like slightly annoyed.
And
for
you
lack
don't
of a
know
better
who
word.
I am getting in that
Yeah,
Uber,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
right? Maybe I'm like 3 sheets to the wind. Mm-hmm. You don't want your kid around that, right?
Yeah, like I just picture if it was me and my girls going out for the night and we're like, yeah, and we get
Yeah.
in the Uber like, oh.
Sorry, I gotta behave. I thought maybe it was also a give me a better tip maneuver. Like, look at me
that's a good
hustling.
point.
I got my
Yeah.
daughter. I didn't have time to drop her off. Like,
Right.
I
think
never
that's
thought
what
about
it
that.
is?
Now that you say that, 100%, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was very odd.
That is weird, though.
Yeah.
And the fact there, I mean, I guess you don't have to acknowledge it, but acknowledge it. I think
Yeah.
you should acknowledge it.
At least say, hey, this is my daughter. I
Hey,
hope you don't
yeah,
mind.
like-
Something.
Yeah.
So it's one of two things. He was searching for a tip, or the previous ride left their daughter. And he's still just driving around with her in the back seat.
Tip. And did
Tip. I haven't
tip
even.
less.
Yeah, I didn't even know how to. I didn't even get a notification. Maybe I haven't finalized the ride yet.
You're still getting charged.
I
That
could
daughter's
be.
going to a fine college now.
So we can agree that's weird, right?
Yes.
It's weird.
All right. Anyway, she was so much fun. She had a great night, and we got a ride home later that night. Great time. There's a guy that has set a world record, a Guinness World Record. He's broke his own record, and he's back in the Guinness World Records book for this record that I think we can attempt to break here this morning, okay?
Okay.
His name is Vinod Chowdhury. He's 44 years old, and he just set the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to type the alphabet with his nose.
Oh.
Okay? With his nose. Sorry, Maddie, I lost you here. I didn't want Maddie to miss out on this.
Yeah, nice. No, I think it's funny you mentioned that because when you teased this whole like world record thing, I was like, I just saw this pop up as well. I was like, this is what we're going to do for sure.
great.
We're
So
gonna-
Matt's been
I had
practicing.
no idea.
He's been practicing. So this Indian man has set the world record for a alphabet typed with his nose, 25.66 seconds, using only a keyboard and his nose.
Okay, and it comes out like clear, like he does.
Like the alphabet, Alana. That's what
I
it comes
don't know
out
how to
as.
put it into
Like,
words.
it's not a word.
Because it'd be very hard to type it out like actually accurately, I feel like.
Well, it has to be accurate. That's the alphabet.
Okay.
Are you following?
They wouldn't give him the record if he didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Just making sure on the rule.
He didn't just smash his face into the keyboard.
Wow, that's hard. In one
Ding,
go?
ding, I won. So now the rules of the world record attempt. You have to type all 26 letters of the Roman alphabet on a standard QWERTY keyboard, which is the normal keyboard, with a space between each letter. Okay?
He did it. He hit the space bar?
Yeah. You have
Every
to do, like,
time?
A spacebar, B
No way.
spacebar,
Oh, that's
C
hard.
spacebar.
That's pretty tough.
And he did it in 25.66 seconds. Are we going to give
Okay.
this a shot? Are we going to do it like all together?
Now, do I have to, like, can I hold the keyboard up to my face?
Yeah, do you have to
or-
hurt? Do you have to
That's
put,
what I'm thinking I'm going to do. That's going to
He
be my
didn't,
way.
I don't, from what I saw, but
put it on a desk and
Well, obviously, we're not pros.
No.
So I think we should get the benefit
Yeah.
of getting to hold it up to our nose.
Yeah.
okay.
Right? So you guys want to give this a shot then?
okay, so
We're
we're
doing it?
going to keep track of this. Then.
Let's do it in our group chat, okay? The first one to push enter.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
With your nose.
With your nose after completing the alphabet. Will be crowned the winner, and then we will build from here and attempt a full-on world record attempt, okay? Unless, I break it here.
Okay.
Okay?
We're doing all caps?
No, stop getting specifics. Just do it.
We should explain to Alana that it needs to be the alphabet that we all use. Because we-
Yes.
So weird because
Okay.
I'm used to the QWERTY keyboard or whatever. So I was literally like trying to think.
Okay, you ready?
No. Okay.
Okay.
That's
We-
good.
All right, we're going to try this. In
Spaces too, right?
Spaces too.
Okay.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. A space. B space.
Three.
C space.
F.
D space.
Three.
E
Three.
F space. D
K.
A.
L M N.
Oh, I lost it. I don't know where I'm at. Oh, hold on.
P. Oh my God, am I getting cross-eyed?
Okay.
L M N O P Q.
Stop talking. N,
P.
N, O,
Oh my God, I'm so close. I'm so close. Y.
S,
Oh my God, C.
T,
Oh.
U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
I did it. but-
Enter.
I
Are we
didn't-
good?
Yeah.
Are you done?
I got it in
Mine
there.
sucks.
Oh, wow. I got a couple colons in there that I didn't expect to happen.
I forgot to do it in caps.
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
didn't think mine. Yours? Chris looks the best, I think.
A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, V, F. I'm out.
Maybe not, because you got some colons and a comma. Matt doesn't have anything but letters. That's
Yeah,
a
we all failed. Alana started
Yeah.
A, B, G, D, F, E, C.
I didn't think mine was gonna be that bad.
Looks like I skipped over O and P somehow.
Yeah, it also looks like Alana's added letters.
Mine wasn't good.
Did you time us?
Yeah, I don't think we nailed it.
But I don't think we have to worry about the timing. That's hard.
Okay, all right, we have to work on that. Okay, let's attempt this again at a future date. This guy Vin Dude's record has stood up. His 25.66 seconds of using the keyboard with his nose to type the alphabet.
I'm just amazed he had the precision.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at this. We are all kinds of wrong. Matt, you actually might have, although you decided to add a couple Zs in there that weren't necessary.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Alana added some dashes. I added colons. All right. We got work to do.
Yes.
But a world record attempt this week.
Baseball.
Baseball.
Baseball. Let's go in the dugout with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers.
Brought to you by RSD General Contracting. Professional, reliable, local. That's RSD General Contracting. Call 519-365-8044 to get started on your dream project today.
In the dugout with Chatham-Kent Barnstormers, Dom Donnell, the owner of the Barnstormers. Good morning, Dom. How you doing, bud?
Good morning, Chris. I'm doing good. I hope you guys are doing good too.
Yeah.
We are. You got to sneak home back to Quebec for a couple days, get a little rest, see the family.
Oh, yes. Yes, see the family, see the animals, doing a lot of work, and now I'm back on the road.
Barnstormers, Dom, you've lost 5 in a row, and you had to expect as a new team that you would have times in the season where it'd be some tough going, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. First of all, it's an expansion team. But in this league, Chris and Alana, everybody can beat everybody on a certain day. So it's like we're not going to win all of them. We wish we would, but we're not going to win all of them. It happens that it's 5 in a row, but listen, the last 3 games are our powerhouse, like Barrie, London, and Welland, our powerhouse. Mm-hmm. And against Barrie last game, we hit, if I'm not mistaken, 10 base hits during the game. So it's not bad when you face a powerhouse like that. And it was like 4-4, I think, all the way to mid-game.
Yeah.
And then, so it was a good game. The guys did really well for sure.
I guess the thing you take out of it is that you're close. It's not like you're being blown out of the park and it's not even a chance.
Yeah.
There's opportunities and just a few things to clean up.
Correct. Obviously, we give too many walks to the hitters, so that doesn't help because those walks end up after that with a base hit. They score a run or two on those, or missing a routine play here and there. So these are the things we really need to work on. we didn't have really many team practices. So this month we're going to be focusing on team practices to run the cutoff and relays, the bunt plays and stuff like that. These are little things that make a difference during a ball game, you know.
Well, let me know if you need me out for practice or anything.
He's ready. He's available.
Still volunteering.
Of course, of course.
So you guys are back home on Saturday. You must be itching to get back home. I was just saying, it feels like it's been forever since you guys have played in Chatham at this point.
Oh, yeah, we were on the road the whole week, so yes, of course, can't wait to come back home. And on Saturday against Brantford, it's going to be a very special day. Nobody knows it as of now. We're going to be retiring a number. And yes, it's an expansion franchise and stuff like that, but I'm going to retire a number. And I'm not telling you which one. Don't even try. We're going to retire a number on a Saturday, which will be very, very nice. A little ceremony about it. Because it's the what we call the MLB Day, sponsored by the Sons of Kansas. So it'd be pretty cool to go back home with our fans and having that little moment as well.
Is the number 943 CKSY? Is that? Why are you saying too much?
Well, you're saying too much. I
boy.
do that.
How big would that be? So you've got a home game. You got a home game on Saturday night, and then you're not home again until the 14th, 15th, 16th. So then you got a big run of games back at home. So we can get our tickets at ckbarnstormers.com. Anything else we need to look forward to, Dom?
Oh yes, we're going to have in July. I'm just thinking about it. Our annual golf tournament. So we're looking for foursome. We're at 16, if I'm not mistaken. We do it at Willow Ridge on July 23rd. It'd be kind of cool. Some players are playing. We got Seth Strong playing, who's probably going to get the longest drive. Sorry, everybody, but he's got a pretty good drive.
Oh, nice.
And, yeah, it'd be pretty cool to do. There are some room, obviously, for that if people are interested about it. It'd be cool. It'd be a good day with the staff and some players and stuff like that.
I'm just seeing it online now. Go to ckbarnstormers.com. Dom, we're looking forward to the Barnstormers back home Saturday night. They have a game on Thursday. You have a game on Thursday in Welland. Home on Saturday, then back on the road on Sunday, and then next weekend we have a bunch of home games. But we'll talk to you before then. Dom, thanks for your time, buddy.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.
And Dom, you got to sign off. You got your sign off.
Yep.
There you go.
What's your sign out? You got to give your call.
My sign out. Oh,
yes.
My God. Everybody in CK, play ball.
There you go.
You're out of there! In the Dugout with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers every Tuesday morning at 8:40 with CK Mornings. Brought to you by
RSD General Contracting. Professional, reliable, local. That's RSD General Contracting. Call 519-365-8044 to get started on your dream project today.
on 94.3 CKSY. Listen online every weekday morning at 94.3CKSY.com. Weekends on In Case You Missed It, or tune into the podcast weekdays. Subscribe, rate, review, and tell your friends all about the CK Mornings In Case You Missed It podcast.